Well, I greet everybody, I greet you and I welcome you to the house of the highest chief priest of the Ghana State. Now, being the highest chief priest is the custodian of the Ghana tradition and culture. And then there are other priests, chief priests who accompanies the chief priest, the highest chief priest, to perform all these traditions pertaining to the Ghana tradition and culture. The role is to make sure that the application of the Ghana tradition and culture is taking effect properly. And then also see to it that all the do's and don'ts, as in respect of the tradition, is being acknowledged and observed as such. All right, the whole thing is a broad activity. It is not only the highest chief priest who performs any rites or tradition before the Homowo begins. There are different royal houses, which is also as high as the other houses, which is occupying the highest office of the Ghana State. But the sub ones don't have much to play, but they support the bigger ones to perform. Now, Naiwe is the last to sow the sacred corn, and also is the last to lift the sacred corn. So like today, for instance, as we've gone for the farm and come back, tomorrow there will be no activity. But Thursday, in the mid-afternoon, we are going to have what we call the Odada, which is the main lifting of the ban on drumming and noise making at the forecourt of the Gbese Manche Palace, which is being done by the Nairomo and then the Gbese Manche, where we pour libations to open the Ghana State again to a normal activities. And then the Gbese Manche will beat the Odada drum 3 times, which signifies that the ban on drumming has been lifted and all other relevant things which were seized previously are now back to normal. Today's activity, yes, we call it Mafa. Mafa is when we visit the sacred farm, inspect what we sow and see how well it's being cultivated. So when it is done, we wait to receive information from the ancestors, from the Supreme God himself, as to whether we've done the right thing or the wrong thing. So after assessing all these things, we put it together and plan as to what to do to make sure that we rectify all errors, or we make sure that we establish any good thing which we've done. And then Thursday, that is Wednesday tomorrow, we prepare for the activity for the lifting of ban and then noise making. We should all patronize and then join hands with the Ghana people, especially the Ghana people, for the Homowo celebration. Now, Homowo is not anything that people might see to be more of idol activities. People say fetish, but looking at the word fetish, the literal meaning of fetish is something that you have at heart. You have a dear at heart. So if somebody has something, that person having a fetish feeling for that thing, the person values the thing more. So you see that people have a different perception when we say fetish, looking at it as evil, devilish, or something idolatry, which is wrong. Fetish is something that you cherish so much. So we believe that all what we've done, we are advising everybody, both the indigenous, the migrants, and then all people in the diaspora to come and join us to celebrate this. Homowo is a festival of peace. Homowo is a festival of love, progressiveness, togetherness, unity, and divinity. Because looking at it this way, Homowo starts from May and ends in September. It is not a day activity. And all these times, there are unique activities which is being done. And then this is to promote peace, togetherness, love, and also share what we have with other people. It has a lot of tourist attractions. For instance, the Twins Festival, the dance of the chiefs in public, the what we call the Oshima, and also there are other recreational activities which is inculcated in the Homowo to make it more lively. So we ask everybody to come. We should have a love for the tradition, not only Ghana tradition alone, but as a Ghanaian. Every home, every native, every tribe, every ethnic group has a tradition. So we should adhere to that. Show much love, preserve it, and apply it as it is by nature. And this is what I'm advising everybody to do. You are all welcome to this year's Homowo. It's a nice place to be with, and then you will experience something nice. Everything it's in the Homowo Festival. We fast, we pray, we ask God and then our ancestors to direct us where to go in the subsequent years. When we've gone wrong, we pray for forgiveness. If we have special things that we are praying for, we pray for that, for those things to manifest. Yes, in the olden days, you realize that there are a lot of punishments which is being exerted on people who flout with the rules of ban on drumming. But we realize that modernization and advancement, and then globalization of the whole world, everybody is closer to each other, and then making things easier. So we have a task force which is being formed, which is blended with the police, the AMA task force, and other security agencies, that they go around to make sure that they inspect all these things. So people who flout down these things, their gadgets are seized and gathered in there's a storeroom at the Traditional Council, so that when the ban is lifted, you go back with your inventory, a copy of inventory of all the items which is in the custody of the Ghana Traditional Council, and then the necessary punishment or fine is being associated to that, and then is that accordingly, and then your thing is returned to you. If you don't come, the things will be there, and then it gets rotten. Because when you go out to give it to people, it comes one way or the other not being fine. When we sell it, it's theft. So we don't do that. We leave it till it gets rotten. And then anytime you realize that you have something, when you come, we show it to you. Nobody keeps it, nobody takes it anyway. Kwame the third, Nairom, the highest chief priest of the Ghana state.
Ajesia umene se na yedinu le hu efanye ho ni hone gbawe ni dibua efe no ni gatu abakwa wa iseke wonyemi meni yo bi efe e wo umene ne samu ameno gbawe se hulu enwe fa wo ho ake wo ba no wo ba domo wonyemi me na ma wa meketu amekusun ni agbena umene dromo na mu amete ngmona dromo nwa efe akono na ewo na eba ni woyo wazia ke bia me ni wonma enye jipo respond no fe no efe faye na ka no wonyi enyi ke wolo ke woni bi fe ba fe omanye e ha wo ya afine ni wo botene mi e won hye wie mo fio ni ke ha man bi ti ake da ne wo game wo yu ake ekome fe mu ni e ka wona ni won wie no si mo wona so wasmo ake wo fe wo mo wo ni wo fe kome ni wo ke hie ma ni wo wa wo he ni ononyemine ya na ese gba je sanobulo ye mate no kela ko tale ese gba si fele mole ko no tie iseke base no ko mama papa no ke bule ko ni mo kwa aka na ehi ewo kaji wonye won fe ne ke majani bi game e ba wa wo e komi e choche mi di mi akeya eko wan me fe he ko no wo fe ko me no wo mo wo ga no wo pe no wo hishi ake game ka ke ga ni wo tumo kana no wo bua wo ina no wonye wo mo na kai no wo bua wo ina sko meko ke ha gamashi ne rado di na kwacho afaso manso ni di ken kregbawe malamanye